Hello viewers. Okay, so we make a continuation to this question of 13. Okay, so the question was given, okay, stating in the following diagram AB and AC are tangents. So we have AB and then AC. These are tangents, okay? AC and AB are tangents, okay, to the circle, okay, center O. So we have the center there present, okay, and then AC and BE are produced, meet at D. They meet at D from that point, okay, and then angle BAC is got 54. Before we look at the question, I want you first of all to review the properties that are present. So we have various properties that we will try to utilize in this particular shape. So we have this first property. This first property, we call it the property of the isosceles triangle. So it has the top angle and then it has the lower angles like that, okay? So this one is the lower angle, this is Y, and then this one we can call it Z, okay? So for this property is the property of isosceles. It's an isosceles triangle. So what we have to know on the isosceles triangle, when you have an isosceles triangle, to find these lower angles which are equal, okay, what we do, we state 180 minus x and then we divide over 2 in order to share the angles. I'm just giving out this as a basic concept, okay? So what we have is y and z. So I'm calling the y and z as the particular lower angles. So these are lower angles, okay? So when you subtract 180 minus x and then divide by 2, you get y and z. That's what you get. Okay, so now in our case, we'll try to use this property as the first one, and then the other property that we'll try to use apart from this one, okay, let me even show you before we even go further. So we have this particular shape here. If we look at this particular shape, we have this shape here. So if you look at this shape, this is an isosceles triangle, okay? So this is the top angle, then these are lower angles. These are lower angles which are there. So for these lower angles to be found, we will state 180 minus the top angle, which is this one, okay? Then we divide by 2, and then we'll get these lower angles, the two lower angles which are the bottom. So that's how the isosceles triangle is seen and then also utilized as we are looking into circle theorem, okay? So let's try to look at the other property that we use. Okay, I'm giving you an overview, okay, and then we'll go into calculations. And then from the other sides, okay, we have this other property, okay, which we'll use. The other property is um, the tangent. The tangent meets the radius at 90. Okay, so the tangent meets the radius at 90. Okay, so the tangent meets the radius at 90. So if this is your 90-degree angle, okay, if this is your tangent, if this is the tangent, if we have this one as a tangent, okay, it meets the radius at 90. So this is the radius. So we can have it as on the center there. So we can have this as the radius. So the tangent meets the radius at 90 degrees. So this is a 90-degree angle, okay. So that's where the tangent and the radius they meet. So this property can be seen in this form. So for example, if we have a tangent like this, it's trying to meet the radius. It meets at a 90-degree angle. We can have it like that, okay? So in case we are told to find any angle, they say this angle or maybe that one there. Okay, this angle, these angles are within 90. Okay, so we have to know this property. The tangent meets the radius at 90. Okay, so this is the useful property which we'll try to utilize in this question. And then also, the other property that we'll try to utilize, okay, as we look into this question, as I'm giving out overviews, we have also the particular right angle triangle. If you can remember, the right angle triangle, if we see, it is of this shape, okay, and then the interior angles, sometimes the sum of the angles inside there, they can add up to 180, okay. The sum of angles inside of it, they can add up to 180. So as we can see from here, if we have this one as a right angle triangle like that, okay, the sum of angles inside of it, that one, that one, that one, for example, they can give us 180, as we say x plus y, then plus z equal to 180. So this is just a basic I'm giving out, just giving out this overview as a basic, okay. So let's try to see other things which I have to show you out, okay, as viewers. So we also have the other particular basic properties, okay, like for example, we have the other properties such as the straight line. We also use the straight line here, okay. So we have a straight line, so we have to take note that a straight line is like this. A straight line adds up to 180, okay. So the straight line adds up to 180 degrees. So you try this property as well, because sometimes they can give you an angle that is maybe like that. You are told to find this angle. So the full angle there is 180. So you subtract from 180. Let's say, for example, you are given 63 here. Then you are finding this part, okay? So you just say 180 minus 63. You get, for example, to give out, okay? So when you say 180, 180, 180, I'm just giving an overview. 180, okay. When you say 180, 180 minus 63, okay. 180 minus 63, okay. We are getting, for example, 117. Just giving you an overview, okay. So this is what you might get this side, 117, like that. So this is how the properties utilized when you are given such. So even in the further videos which I will make, you will be looking at some properties, how the properties are utilized in the calculations, okay. So what is important about circle theorem is knowing the properties that are used for the purpose, okay. So I want us now to look into the questions after looking at the properties so that it becomes easy for us to find. So we are given calculate ACB. ACB. Okay. So which angle are you finding? ACB. This angle here. Okay, so take note that this angle from the three letters given, A, going to C, and then B. What we are forming here, we are forming what's known as the isosceles triangle. That's what we are forming. That's an isosceles triangle being formed. So if you have this as an isosceles triangle, then we utilize the property where we say 180 minus 54, okay, minus 54, and then divide by 2. Okay, so when we subtract 180 minus 54 divided by 2, okay, 180 minus 54, okay, we'll get 126, and then divide by 2, okay, so we are getting 63 degrees. So each angle, take note that each angle is 63, okay, because when you say 180 minus 54 divided by 2, you are sharing, okay, so the angle will be shared. This will give us the 2, which is y and z, okay. So we'll have this one will be 63, and then also this one will be 63. So there is a sharing of angles as you divide by 2, okay. So we'll have 63 on two sides. So ACB there, you see 63. We're having it as 63. Okay. So we go on to CBD. So you always look at the three letters whenever you are looking into circle theorem. The idea is to look at the three letters being presented onto you, because the three letters which are being given onto you are the ones that will give out the property which the circle is having. So we have C, B, D. Okay, C, B, and then we are coming to D. Which angle? This one here. Okay, we are trying to find this angle. So if you are trying to find this angle, you recall the property. So the property that you can use here, you can't use the property of the triangle. It is okay, but these angles are not supported. Okay, but the only property that you can use here, in our case, as you are looking at this question, you can utilize this property of the tangent. The tangent meets the radius at 90. Okay, so the tangent meets the radius at 90. So for this property, it will enable us to find this angle, because from there to there is a 90-degree angle. Okay, so if this is a 90-degree angle, Then we look at what we found from here, because this angle, as we found from the other side, from the previous question, if you see is 63, and then also this one is 63, because these are angles of the isosceles triangle. So if this one is 63, also this one is 63. Now, what is this remaining portion from 90? Because when you add 63 plus this portion, you should get 90, as according to the property, where the tangent and the radius meet are 90. So here, to find this angle, what we do there, we subtract. Okay, we do the subtraction from 90, because this is coming from the property. So therefore we say 90 minus 63, and then it will give us 27. Okay, as we subtract. So you have 27 as a value. Are we together? Yes, so we have that one. And then also we look at the other one. I hope you are clear on this one. So if you are clear, we can look at this other property. So the other property that we are having, it is CBD. Okay, CBD. So we have C and then to B and then to CBD. Okay, so let's look at this one. Oh, CDB. Okay, so CDB. So we are looking for this angle. We are looking for what that angle is. Okay, CDB. Now this one is one of the angle, but this angle, if you are so fast, if you are so quick, you might think of it as if it is this property. Because even me at first, back in the time, therefore, when I was reviewing, I thought of maybe it's this property. Because many people, they can think of this property of alternate segment. You can think of this. If you are so quick, you can think of this property. You can think of this property, but it's not this property. This particular shape which we're having, you see, this is a continuation of the tangent. The tangent there is adding up onto D. Okay, so this is a straight line. So A to D is a straight line. It's a straight line. Now take note that a straight line adds up to 180. It adds up to 180. So it adds up to 180. 180 degrees. That's the particular sum of the straight line. So that's the straight line. It adds up to 180. So if it's adding up to 180, then we are able to find some angles which are inside this shape. So this shape is the triangle. So to find this D, we can sum up the interior angles. We sum up the interior angles and then we find what D is. So let's try to do that. So in doing that, we can now we can start looking for angles. Let me give you a draft, because whenever I'm doing second theorem with pupils, I like it drafting so that the pupils are able to know exactly where the property is coming from. So we have B. This is an isosceles triangle. Let me draw it properly. Okay, so here we have this. We have the particular triangle like that. We have that one, that angle, and then this angle here. Okay, so if you look at this angle on top there, we are presented with 27. This one was found to be 27. Okay, and then what of this one? This one here, which is C. C, we don't have it. We don't have C. Even in D, we don't have it. We don't have these. These are not present. Okay, so we can collect data in order to find these two. And then from there, as we find these two, we are able to subtract from 180. We are able to find this one. We are able to find this one. So we have to find this one, and then we find this one by subtracting all the sum from 180. So here, to find the sum, okay, we first of all find this angle here. This angle can be found. Now, how do we find this angle? We are using the straight line. We are using the straight line there. Okay, this is a straight line. Okay, so this straight line should add up to 180. It should add up to 180. Now, take note that here we found the 63. 63 was the value which we found. How do we find this one? To find this one, we say 180, which is coming from the straight line, minus 63. Okay, and then we are getting 117. Okay, we are getting 117 if I'm not mistaken. So that is the 117 when we say 180 minus 63. We are getting 117. Okay, so this angle here, which is there present, is 117. Okay, it's 117. Then what of this one here? This one we found it to be 23. Okay, or 27, sorry. It was found to be 27. So now we sum up these angles and then we equate everything to 180. So what we state there is 180. Oh, let me start with the. Okay, let me do this to make things clear. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll say 180, 180. Okay, 180 will be equal to these angles which are inside there. We have 117 plus 27, and then plus the unknown, which is the D. I'll just put it as D. Okay, even we can even say CBD. It's okay. Okay, let me, for sake of clarity, let me do this. Let me try to write it as CBD. Okay, so we have plus CBD, CBD. Okay, oh, so let me say CDB. Okay, so let me do this, plus CDB. Okay, so therefore plus CDB, and then we'll have the particular angle. So let's try to add the two. When we say 117 plus 27, okay, plus 27, okay, so what I'm having is 144 over the 2, 144, okay, 144 plus CDB, which is equal to 180 to this side, okay, 180. So here, this one will go to this side, will come to this side, okay. So when it goes to that side, it will become negative. So we have 180 minus 144, and then equal to CDB. Okay, so here we say 180 minus 144. Okay, as we state 180 minus 144. Okay, so we are getting 36. Okay, so CDB is equal to 1, oh, that is 36. We are having 36 degrees. So 36 degrees is the CBD. So we CBD there is equal to 36 degrees. Okay, so please, for anything, okay, if you have questions, you can leave your questions in the comment sections. Okay, and please support the channel by subscribing. Okay, as you motivate me to make more videos. So if you are interested in lessons, please, you are welcome. Okay, you can call the number in the channel, and then from there you have access to our lessons in full private sessions or through Zoom, okay, or any other platforms like WhatsApp. The WhatsApp, we conduct lessons on WhatsApp also. So feel free to leave the comment in the section below. Okay, so bye. See you in the next video.